Hey guys, it's me, Miss Norris, and today I'd like to share a fun read aloud with you of the story The Scaredy Cat-Kitten. The story The Scaredy Cat-Kitten was written in 1993 by Roz Rosenbluth, and it's illustrated by Deborah Borgo, and it tells the story of the Scaredy Cat-Kitten. If you're ready to hear the story, I'm ready to share it with you. Here we go. The Scaredy Cat-Kitten. Look how cute she is. Mother Cat has two kittens. Herbie is curious and brave, but his sister Sarah is afraid of everything. When Mother Cat and her kittens go for a walk, Herbie chases the mice in the field, but Sarah shivers when she sees them and stays right behind her mother. "Scaredy cat," the mice squeak as she tiptoes by. So Mama Cat's two kittens are very different. Sarah likes to hide, but Herbie likes to be curious and brave. And in this story, even the little mice kind of tease Sarah for being a scaredy cat. Herbie chases the birds until they fly up into the trees, but Sarah is afraid of them. "Scaredy cat," the birds chirp as she hides behind her mother cat. Herbie is not even afraid of Mrs. Riley's dog Hector, but Sarah is very frightened. "He's so big and has such big teeth," she whispers as they walk past him. "Scaredy cat," barks Hector. So Herbie isn't afraid of the birds or the mice or even this big dog Hector, but Sarah is. And that's okay. Different people are scared of different things. But Sarah's afraid of everything so far. Sarah is even afraid of her own shadow. "What is that black thing walking behind me?" she asks timidly. "That's only your shadow," Herbie says kindly. "You should not be afraid of your own shadow." Mother Cat shakes her head. "What children I have," she meows. "One is too curious and not careful enough, and the other is afraid of everything." So, even though she's a scaredy cat and she gets teased a little bit, her brother is still trying to help her. "Don't be afraid of your shadow." And Mama Cat says, "I have two kids, and one is afraid of everything, and one is afraid of nothing. And maybe they both need to meet each other in the middle." One day in the late afternoon, Mother Cat lies down for a nap, but Herbie and Sarah are not sleepy. After a while, Herbie says, "Why don't you come for a walk with me, Sarah? We can be back by the time Mother wakes up." Sarah curls against Mother Cat's back. "I feel safe next to Mother," she says. "Oh, come on," says Herbie. "I will take care of you, and it'll be fun. Who knows what we will find?" Sarah loves her brother and wants to make him happy. "He is so brave," she thinks. "I will be okay." So even though she's afraid, she gets up and puts on her hat and starts walking behind Herbie. So Mama's a sleepy, but the kids aren't. And Herbie says, "Let's go." And Sarah says, "No, I feel safe here." But she loves her brother and she wants to be brave like him, so she follows her brother out the door. And she says, "I'm going to be okay." First, they come to a field where the mice live. The mice run when they see Herbie, but when they are a safe distance away, they squeak at Sarah, "Scaredy cat! Scaredy cat!" "Let's go home," mews Sarah softly. "Stop that, or you'll be sorry," said Herbie to the mice, and they stopped their squeaking. The kittens walk into the woods where the birds are sitting on low branches. They fly away when they see Herbie. Scaredy cat, scaredy cat, they chirp at Sarah from high up in the trees. Let's go home, Sarah meows again. Stop that or you'll be sorry, said Herbie to the birds, and they stop their chirping. So they go and see the things that Sarah was afraid of to begin with, and the mice and the birds tease her again, but this time her brother says, stop that or you're going to be sorry. Soon, the kittens meet Mrs. Riley walking Hector. Scaredy cat, barks Hector, and Sarah shrinks against her brother. Please, let's go home, mused Sarah. Stop that, said Herbie to the dog with a little hiss. Hector stops barking and only growls a little as they go by. After a while, Herbie and Sarah come to a neighborhood where they have never been before. Herbie sees a clump of bushes. There's something moving in there, he says. I will see what it is. And even though they are briar bushes, he pokes his little head into them and then takes it out quickly. And he backs up. His back goes up. So when kitties get scared, they arch their backs. And so whatever is in this bush has scared Herbie. What do you think it could be? It could be anything. It's a neighborhood they've never been to, so they don't know yet. Dun, dun, dun. It's a skunk. There's something black in there, he whispers to Sarah. Something with a white stripe running down its back. Suddenly, a skunk comes out of the bushes and stares at them. What is it? Asks Sarah, shaking. I don't know, but I think we should get out of here, says Herbie, and he turns to go. But his pants are caught in the briars. He twists and turns, but he cannot get free. Sarah tries to help, but she cannot get him free either. Go get Mother, he says Herbie with a little quiver in his voice. So they recognize the skunk. They think that they need to get out of there, but a briar bush has little thorns, and Herbie is stuck in the bush. And so Herbie says, go get help. Go get Mama. Sarah has never seen her brother afraid before. I must help him, she thinks, and she starts running home as fast as she can. She runs past Mrs. O'Reilly and Hector, but she does not think of being frightened. My goodness, says Hector, I've never seen you run before. And he stands back to let her pass. She runs into the woods where she startles the birds. Whoa, why are you running? They chirp, swooping down around her, but Sarah has no time to be afraid. So she runs past Hector and Mrs. O'Reilly, and Hector's like, wow, I've never seen you doing this before. And the birds, they want to know what's going on, and she's, I don't have time to be afraid. She runs through the field, and the mice scamper out of her way. We have never seen you out alone, they squeak. I must save Herbie, Sarah thinks, and does not worry about the mice. She does not even worry about her shadow running along in back of her. She's not afraid of the mice, and the mice notice, and she's not even afraid of her own shadow that is following her home. She doesn't have time for that. At last, she comes home to Mother Cat and wakes her up. Mother, Mother, she cries, Herbie's in trouble. There's a black thing with a white stripe staring at him. Oh dear, a skunk, says Mother Cat. Lead the way. Sarah runs ahead of Mother Cat, through the field with mice, through the woods with birds, past Mrs. O'Reilly and Hector, and with her shadow right in back of her. But she is not afraid of any of them. She is only afraid that they will be too late to save Herbie. So Mama knows what it is. It's a skunk and says, "Show me the way." And Sarah's not afraid of anything. She's not afraid of the mice, not the birds, not Mrs. O'Reilly, not Herbie the dog. And not even her own shadow that's chasing her the whole way. She's not afraid of anything except that they're too late to save her brother. When they reach the clump of bushes, Herbie and the skunk are still staring at each other. Mother Cat hisses and yowls, "Ow!" and threatens with her claws. The skunk retreats into the bushes. "Well," says Mother Cat, taking the briars off Herbie's pants one by one, "you would have smelled pretty awful if that skunk had sprayed you. You can thank Sarah for saving you from that. I am proud of you, Sarah, for being brave enough to come and get me." So Mama has to take all the little stickers and thorns off of Herbie's pants. And she's telling him as she does it that if Sarah hadn't gone to get help, that he would be a very stinky kitty. Skunks spray and stink. Sarah is happy. She knows she is not everyday brave like Herbie, but she also knows that when there is trouble, she can put her fears aside and get help. And no one calls her Scaredy Cat anymore. The end. Ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed the story of the Scaredy Cat-Kitten, please hit that thumbs up button at the bottom of the page. If you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for your support. It really means a lot to me. If you're not a subscriber yet, please click that subscribe button down there at the bottom of the page. And don't forget to click the bell so that you're notified when there's new content. I hope to see you all again real soon. Bye-bye, and be brave.